Recording in progress.
Morning. Before we begin, let's have a prayer.
Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance,
We have Engineer Giselle B. Bolivar.
Morning.
Morning, sir. And Engineer Alan Raul C. Ravis.
Present. Good morning po.
Good morning, sir. With that, we determine that we have a quorum. We will now proceed with the pre-bid conference. For our pre-bid of contract ID number 250-00101 or construction of security and escort battalion administration building, Fort Address Bonifacio, Taguig City, Phase 9. Location is Taguig City. Funding source GA 2025 with an ABC of 72,374,000 of 240 calendar days. For the eligibility requirements, Class A documents, legal documents, we have SEC, DTI, or CDA, mayor's permit issued by the city or municipality where the principal place of the prospective bidder is located, and tax clearance certificate is finally reviewed and approved by BIR. For technical documents, we have pickup or special pickup license in case of joint venture, records of completed contracts, both government and private, records of audits ongoing government and private contracts including awarded but not yet started, and records of SLCC similar to the contract should be adjusted to current price using PSA current price index and should have a contract amount equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC. A contract shall be considered similar to the contract to be bid if it has the same major categories of work, and for this project, the major category is buildings construction without piles, high-rise steel frame, 6 and above stories. And for similar category, please refer to page 15 of 24 of DO number 117 series of 2017. For the required pickup license, size range medium A, license category B. For financial documents, audited financial statements stamped received by the BIR as duly accredited and authorized institutions for the preceding calendar year, which should not be earlier than 2 years from the date of bid submission, tax returns filed, and taxes paid to the BIR electronic filing and payment system, and computation of NFCC of at least equal to ABC computed using the prescribed formula. NFCC is equal to current assets minus current liabilities times 15 minus value of unfinished projects including awarded projects not yet started coinciding with the contract to be bid. For Class B documents or a joint venture, valid JVA, each partner of the joint venture shall submit their respective field of certificates of registration in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR of RA 9184. The submission of technical and financial eligibility documents by any of the joint venture partners constitute compliance provided that the partner responsible to submit the NFCC shall likely submit the statement of all its ongoing contracts and audited financial statements. For the submission and receipt of bids, contents of first envelope or the technical proposal, we have field of certificate of registration and platinum blue or red membership, pickup license and registration or special pickup license if joint venture, statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, statement of SLCC, NFCC computation, JVA if applicable, bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period, project requirements such as organizational chart for the contract to be bid, list of contractors' personnel, and list of contractors' major construction and laboratory equipment. Also, we have omnibus warrant statements and ISO 9001 2015 certification requirement for large A, medium B, and medium A contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department as per DO 110 series of 2024. For the bid security, the bid validity period and bid security validity period is 120 calendar days from the date of submission and opening of bids, and the bidder shall submit a bid securing declaration or any form of bid security enumerated. For cash or cashier's or manager's check issued by a universal or commercial bank, and for bank draft or guarantee or irrevocable LC issued by a universal or commercial bank, the amount of bid security is not less than 2% of the ABC. For surety bond callable upon demand issued by a surety or insurance company duly certified by the Insurance Commission as authorized to issue such security, not less than 5% of the ABC. For the contents of second envelope or the financial proposal, that is 5%, bid form, bid prices in the BOQ, detailed estimates. Accordance to the 0197 Series of 2016, the following items shall not be subjected to OCM and profit markup. We have mobilization and demobilization, provision of service vehicle, and permits and clearances. Also, accordance to the 0197 Series of 2016, the following non-civil works items shall not be subjected to OCM markup. We have field or laboratory office and living quarters with rental basis, furnishing of furniture, lab equipment, survey equipment, and consumables, assistance to the engineers, photographs, health and safety, traffic management, environmental compliance, and communication equipment. Also, we have cash flow by the quarter and payment schedule. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically or online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of electronic bids are contained in the BDS ITB Clause 17. For bids to be submitted electronically or online, the procedure should be observed following DO 87-2020. Bids must be duly received by the Back Secretariat at the address manual submission or at electronic bids _ NCR DPWH.gov.ph for electronic submission on or before July 29, 2025 at 9:00 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. For the bid evaluation, the financial component of bids of issuers are to be considered in the evaluation of the bid prices. For completeness, no price in the required item non-complying, indicating a 0 or a dash fee to the GOP. All prices are deemed to include all taxes, and bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable, BOQ shall be considered non-responsive. For arithmetical corrections, bid prices in figures versus words prevail. Total price versus unit price per item prevails. Total price versus actual sum of component items, actual sum prevails, and unit cost and detailed estimate versus unit cost and BOQ prevails. And if above ABC, non-complying. For post-qualification, verification of legal requirements such as licenses, certificates, permits, and non-inclusion blacklist. For technical requirements, we have key personnel, availability of commitment of major construction equipment, performance in ongoing government and private contracts, and authenticity of bid security. For financial requirements, we have bid price proposal and NFCC. Notes on the personnel and equipment requirements of the project as per DO number 9 Series of 2012. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of a bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the project is awarded the contract, and he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract under bidding, and this certification shall be agreed. Also to be verified during post-qualification is the set of equipment pledged by the bidder. The bidder should specify in the submitted bid the location of the equipment where they can be inspected, and if any equipment is not in the specified location, then the bidder shall be post-disqualified. The list of key personnel, we have one project manager, one project engineer, and one project inspector, each with 5 years total experience and 3 years same position and similar works. One materials engineer should be DPWH accredited materials engineer 1, one safety officer with 40-hour seminar on health and safety, and one fireman with 3 years total experience and 2 years same position in similar works. Note, please include the team number of all the pledge panel. For project engineer, please refer to DO number 227, series of 2024. And for materials engineer, DPWH accredited materials engineer should be in accordance with the issued Department Order 98, series of 2016. For the list of major construction equipment, this may be owned, leased, or under purchase agreements supported by certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project. We have 1 bagger mixer and 1 passenger hoist with 2,000 kilogram capacity. For contract award, the contract shall be awarded to the bidder whose bid has been determined to be the lowest calculated and responsive bid as a result of detailed evaluation and post-qualification conducted. The successful bidder shall be notified through the issuance of notice of award within the bid validity period and must be confirmed with the successful bidder in writing within 2 days upon receipt thereof. Note to subcontracting. Subcontracting is allowed. Maximum of 50% of contract costs may be allowed for subcontracting per DO 38 series of 2015. However, subcontracting of any portion shall not relieve the bidder from any liability or obligation that may arise from the contract for this project. Common reasons for rejection of bids, ineligibility, and post-disqualification of bidder. Submit original copy of the surety bond certified by the Insurance Commission indicating the name of contractor. Shorter bid validity and bid secret key technical personnel. Failure to indicate the validity of bid form. Submission of bid. Failure to state supporting documents such as certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project if equipment pledge is to be leased or purchased. Negative slippage in ongoing projects, negative 15% or more, or negative 10% in each of 2 or more ongoing projects, and unsatisfactory CPS rating. Common errors in the pages of bid documents, both technical and financial, and authority of the signatory to sign on behalf of the bidder. For single proprietor, signatory should be the owner proprietor only. For corporation or cooperative, board secretary certificate and board resolution. For joint venture resolution or agreement. And for partnership as indicated in the articles of partnership. Reminder, deadline for submission of clarification is until July 18, 2025 at 4 o'clock p.m. Addressed to Attorney Jordan KSR David Back, Chairperson. Deadline for submission of bids is July 29, 2025 at 9 o'clock a.m. And number of copies of bid proposal is 1 original copy and 2 copies of the first or technical and second or financial envelope of each bid. And place of submission of bids is DPWH NCR Back Conference. Also, we have GPPB Resolution Number 15-2021 relative to the lifting the mandatory submission of further certificate of platinum registration and membership in competitive bidding and limited source bidding. All contractors are hereby required to meet their updated federal certificate of platinum registration and membership. Also, we have memorandum dated March 6, 2023 of the Department Secretary regarding the reiteration of department policies or issuances on the sale of bidding documents and enrollment in the CWA prior bidding. Item 1 in accordance with the Department Citizens Charter and a numbered memorandum dated December 27, 2021. Only the following documents are required from the prospective bidders. We have company ID or any government-issued ID, authorization letter if not authorized licensed officer in the CWA, and letter of intent for foreign-funded projects. Next, we have the O28 series of 2024 or the 3-strike policy in the procurement of infrastructure, goods, and consulting services contracts. This is to establish a fair and transparent system for managing offenses committed by bidders in the procurement of infrastructure, goods, and consulting services projects through public bidding. Next, we have the 0110 series of 2024 or the implementation of ISO 9001, 2015 certification requirement for large A, medium B, and medium A contracts contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department. All contractors are hereby required to submit the said certification starting calendar year 2025. And last, we have the 0227 series of 2024, or the suspension of Department Order number 148, series of 2024, and this is to address the foreseen delay in the implementation of new infrastructure projects due to unavailability of DPWH accredited project engineers. The 0148 series of 2024 is hereby suspended until further notice. However, this is not applicable to the implementation and construction of buildings and bridges. Attach our memos for your reference. Thank you. We will also acknowledge the presence of our back Vice Chairperson, Attorney Cesna Joyce Montero, and our back TWG Head Engineer Ariel Amor. Any questions? If there are none, as instructed by our back chairperson, may we now adjourn this procurement activity. Thank you.
Thank you po.
Hindi ka
Thank
magtatayo.
you.
Kailangan mong matutong lumaban sa laro.